Welcome back to Fallout 4. Last time we did some exploring out here in the glowing sea, but I think this time we're going to go ahead and continue on with the main story here. We have to go get our Courser chip analyzed, and I have to go find the railroad to be able to discover what is about the synth technology that we found. But first, before I go out there, I'm going to go ahead and unload some stuff at the stash box. I know there's a few more places that we can go and check out here, but we will save that for another day. So let's go ahead and head over to Sanctuary. We'll drop our power armor off too. I don't really need to be running around in this thing the whole time. The Robo Brains. Okay. Holy moly. Wait, which power armor am I wearing? Oh, okay. Yep. I was like, I don't remember which one it was. Hey, Oddball, how you doing? What's the plan for the stream today? I think we're gonna work on some main story quest. Let's see, what did I do with this? Watch out, Dance. Get out of this thing here. And we need to... Oh, I just realized these things... Oh, they were modded. That's right, because I put the energy damage on there. Okay, so let's go ahead and take that out. I wonder, did I take out... Trying to make sure I took everything out from here, but I think I did. Alright. Let's go ahead and unload some stuff here, so we don't need... Let's see... We don't need the assault rifles. We don't need the Gauss rifles. This was a pretty good find though, 2 of them. Not modded, so we can probably make some modifications to them. Hey, Mr. K, how you doing? You said you were just about to doze, or you were dozing on the couch and you heard your phone. One last time. Stream time, absolutely. Hopefully you're all having a great Friday. Alright, so what do we got here? I think that's probably a pretty good spread. Go ahead and put that up. And we can stick some of this stuff up here too. Okay, Rad-X, Rad-Away, Robot, that. So we're down to 166. Let's see, Oddball, you said. We're pretty close to 300 subscribers. We have 290 at the moment. Absolutely. Thank you very much, by the way. I was just noticing that. Appreciate everybody for subscribing. I think nowhere, you know, I never expected it to get to where it's at right now.
Do I look like I want to chit-chat? Let me know if there's anything.
But I've been extremely happy being able to share all these adventures with everybody. Go ahead and store all this up. Okay, the Courser chip. Maybe make 2 cabinets? What do you need 2 cabinets for? Oh, you know what? Well, actually, I don't know. I'm sure there's probably a good way to, like, split one of these. One for the holotapes and the other one's for everything else. Most of this stuff doesn't weigh anything, but some things do, because I just noticed that I'm all the way down to, like, 146. 143. Okay, we're down to 143 now. Let's see here. I do need some of the stuff that I'm storing, the overdue books. Yeah, I'm sure like some of these things here we can go through. Oh, I need the bobby pins. Why do I have a bobby pin box? I just realized I have 562 bobby pins. Book return tokens. Probably a few other things that we could probably use out of here. pick up 3 folders from? Let's see. We have 12 overdue books. That weighs 6 units. Yeah, so there's a few things that we got in here that I'll probably pick up later and figure out what to go do with them. 43 technical documents. Those actually don't weigh anything, so we'll take those. The viable blood samples, we'll take those too, even though they have some weight to them. Okay.
So, you ready?
All right. I think we're gonna hold on to dance for a little bit. Trying to make sure that there's not something else that I know I needed to do, or that I was kind of holding off on, but I don't think so. Hey John, how you doing? Happy Friday. See, we need to link that one up at some point. You know what I could probably do is I could probably send somebody to Finch Farm and then send them to Croup Manor. I still have a couple bobbleheads that I need to get. We got to finish up the main story, and then we got to do Nuka-World. Yeah, it's probably the big things. Okay, so let's go on and head to the railroad. We need to get our courser chip analyzed.
This show on the road?
Yeah, Vault 88's where I'll probably take and assign some people from. Help defend Country Crossing.
You need to hit the dead drops. Randolph's got a message for you.
Randolph has a message for me. Gosh dang it. They gave me a quest. Country Crossing. Let's go find Country Crossing really quick. Hey, Mr. C, how you doing? I think this place is pretty well defended.
Hold on.
Got some gunners out here. Okay.
One of us, you mess with all of us.
Look at Dance, man. He's taking some names over here. Holy moly, we blew him into the next week. Okay. This is a legendary guy. Got him. What do we have here? A rad-powered metal chess piece. Grants additional strength the higher your rads are. I'm doing pretty well, Mr. C. Thank you. I'm just happy it's Friday. Okay. Alright, so we cleared that one out. Should have been everything. I don't think we actually have to go back and talk to anybody. Let's go ahead and go to the railroad. It's another piece for the museum. Bro over here gave me a damn quest, and you know, so now I have this popping up in my quest log here that I don't want. These two ones here. That's okay. Let's see. Molecular level. Let's go have our chip analyzed.
I have a report here. It reads more like a comic book. Apparently, one hell of a fight took place at Green Tech Genetics.
Oh?
Oh? What have you heard?
One of our agents took a courser, alone. Something I'm not even sure Glory could do. And that agent is you. I'm all for one less courser in the world, but why'd you do it?
Well, because we're the Silver Shroud. Let's see what the sarcastic comment is.
That chip in his neck just looks so shiny. I couldn't help it.
You have one of their chips intact? Follow me now. Decoding a
she's
Corsair
pretty
chip
pushy,
is a
isn't
very
she?
delicate operation. A million things can go wrong. The least of which is losing the data. Fortunately, we have the right man for the job.
Deacon's record is the best. You could learn a lot from him.
Hey, Dad. You need something?
Tom, we got a Corsair chip.
Whoa! For real?
I shouldn't even give it to this guy. He never gave me the ballistic weave.
With this. Hand over the chip. Let's see what's on it.
How about if you guys give me ballistic weave and I give you the chip?
What can we get off the Corsair chip?
Those chips have more than
Exactly. It
just
sounds like an
codes on
even
them.
trade.
Everything from how it's made to what it's made from tells us something about our enemy. One minor detail could mean the difference between life and death for our agents and the synth we're trying to save. Now hand it over and let's get it analyzed.
You could say please. She's like really bossy, isn't she?
Here you go.
All right, Tom, make it happen.
All right, little Corsair chip.
She's like, now
Let's have the
hand it
circuit
over.
Analyzer take a crack at you.
Okay, what's he gonna find in here?
We're in. Chip accessed. Just poke the analog connectors a little. What? Oh man, don't crash. Hold it
I
together.
like how his screen looks
Memory
like he's
recovery.
hacking something.
Here it comes. Encryption algorithms. All right, we're still running.
He must be a novice hacker.
Man. They've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be... Come on, baby. Show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait.
He still has 4
They're using the
tries.
same
He's
logarithmic
good.
function as the key generator. Oh man, we got lucky. I got you, you institute bastard. I got you. All right, solve for n. Come on. Show me that sweet bass number. Come on, baby. Then we got it. We got the code. Let me load that onto the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
There we go.
Yeah, but
Return to
I'm not
Virgil.
sure our luck will hold up next time, Des.
And Agent, I hope that helps you as much as you've helped us. Good work.
You gotta be careful, man. The institute is everywhere.
You're the one that scored the DIA cache, right? Tom's dying to talk to you about it.
Give me the ballistic weave.
Excuse me.
You need anything?
I need ballistic weave.
Not now.
Oh man. Later then.
Okay. So we need to go to Virgil. I've never taken a dance out there, but we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Ooh. You know... Can I install mods on the PS5? Yes. As long as they're part of the Creation Club ones.
We stay here too long, we're gonna get sick.
Do a quick save really fast. Let's see here. Have I been to? Let's see. Have I been placing the Niles for him, or whatever they're called? I'm not sure, Mr. C. I'm not too sure if I know. Oh, yeah. So, okay, really quick about the ballistic weave. As far as I understand it, it bugged for me because I didn't do it in like the right order. The Miles is what they're called, and it's I guess it's kind of like a known bug. Like you have to be able to kind of do it like very particularly to be able to get the quest to kind of work. I did get a tip to possibly see about leveling up my armor and see if that would unlock it, but I've leveled up my armor and it still isn't giving it to me, so I don't know. It's just it just is what it is. All right. Let's go talk to Virgil.
Protect and serve.
What does he got for us?
Wasn't sure I'd see you again.
You managed to get what you need?
Yes.
Nah, I just went out for a little stroll. Thought I'd stop back and say hi.
It's a good thing your survival and my humanity aren't at stake. Otherwise, I might be annoyed by your attitude. But, fine. I shouldn't have doubted you'd come back. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
Friends. Let's see. I wonder if we should answer the railroad. Does it matter? I guess we'll just be truthful about it.
The railroad helped me.
Oh god, those kooks. I would have expected they'd be too busy trying to liberate vending machines or setting computer terminals free or... Sorry. They just have something of a reputation. You're not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the simple explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything.
Your confidence is staggering.
I'm just saying, I can't guarantee it'll work. But if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute's relay. Can you? I mean, can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a lot for one person, even you.
Yeah, we got it covered.
I got it covered.
Good, good. Because you've got to make it in there. For both our sakes. And don't you forget our agreement. I've helped you as best I can. If you make it in there, you find that serum. It's my only hope for ever being normal. So you find it. Now go on. Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
What a horrible smell.
Dance. Okay. Can't take, we can't take anything from here yet. It's all stealing. All right. So now we have a decision we have to make. And I think this is the part of the game where it kind of tunnels you into a faction, I think. Let's go ahead and head back to let's see, let's head back to the sanctuary really fast. So I've been telling myself I want to do a Minuteman playthrough. I've also been trying to make sure I do like as much of the quests as possible. Gosh. Okay. So what I don't know is, I don't know with this quest right here. It says, talk to either the Brotherhood, the Minutemen, or the Railroad. Obviously we want to do the Minuteman. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and do that. I don't know if there's a way to. I wonder if you can go talk to like all of them. Probably not, because as soon as you probably talk to one of them, it's probably going to close off the other options. Let's see here, Mr. K, you're saying in the Creation Club there is a mod called Shroud Manor that has a second way to get Ballistic Weave. You think it's a premium pay mod, but it might work on PS5. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. So let's go ahead and just talk to the Minutemen about this since we're here. I'll have to check it out after the stream and see what's going on. Yeah, because like pretty much, I think I have to go to the main menu. Probably shouldn't open that. Yeah, I think you have to go to the main menu and you have to like connect to the Creation Club thing. I've never done it, so I don't know how it works.
Continuing to accumulate vast amounts of data regarding the Commonwealth.
I'm feeling swell. Look at the two of
Yeah.
us here in safety.
Preston, what are you doing here?
Strong hope we find milk of human kindness.
What do you need, General?
Well, we need a lot. So, let's see. Let's ask him about Virgil's schematics.
Can you take a look at these schematics? A scientist named Virgil said they could get me inside the Institute.
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
Well, does it matter or not? My son is in there.
They kidnapped my son.
Damn. That's some bad business. Even for them. We'll give you whatever help we can. Don't worry about that. Now, assuming you could build this thing, what exactly does it do?
Okay. Molecular relay, teleportation, institute technology.
Did you know the Institute has a teleporter? They call it the molecular relay.
Teleportation? For real? Wow. That would explain a lot about how the Institute manages to operate. If anyone can make heads or tails of those plans, it'd be Sturgis. I haven't found anything yet that he couldn't build or fix. I've fought the Gunners before, and something tells me this was just them probing their defenses. They're gonna need your help.
Okay, so now we have to talk to Sturgis.
Looking for a hand. All you gotta do is offer.
Someday, super mutants kill everything.
Would you like me to go with?
Want someone to
Here he is.
I must apologize.
Ah,
for the
no, he's
argos
outside.
I'm currently emitting, a consequence of being mechanical in nature.
so much work.
Man, he is moving all over the
Want
place,
to
isn't
do
he?
more fighting. Strong board. Strong want to kill
Place is really coming
something.
together, huh? I can't take all the credit.
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Dance is always eavesdropping. Okay, let's see. Can you build this?
Do you think you can build this?
Wow. What a mess. Looks like, encrypted RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation. This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
Hey, Nina, how you doing tonight? Sarcastic.
Either it is, or we end up building one hell of a paperweight.
Well, whoever wrote this does seem to know what they're talking about. Could be a genius or totally insane. Guess we'll find out. Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. The handwriting's pretty hard to make out. But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
What do you want to bet that I already have everything we need inside of my stash box?
Can you give me a list of what I'll need to build this platform?
Yeah, sure. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary, if you want to build it there. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out how to actually build the rest of this thing. Keep in mind, I can already see this is gonna take a crazy amount of juice. Like if you had a spare nuclear reactor handy, we could probably use it. And it's going to be big. So find a nice open building site with lots of power available.
Ah, great. So now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this
Hidden
damn thing
forever.
at.
At least, not if I have my say.
Hey, Piper.
Pleasant day. Perhaps it will lift our spirits.
Let's see here. Let's look at the parts list really fast and see. Defend Somerville Place. What happened to Somerville Place? I wonder, is this a Radiant one? Did he... Oh, I don't remember him giving me this quest. Maybe he did and I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, so we need build the reflector platform. Let's pop open the little box thingy and see what we have here. Is this it right here? Reflector platform? Hey, look, we have everything we need, actually. So the question is, where am I going to put it? Yeah, Preston just told me about it. I wasn't paying attention, it seems. Okay. I'd hate to kind of put it over here, but I don't want it like super far away either. Yeah, we'll probably do it like over here. Hey, Pippi, how are you doing? Let's go ahead and put the sucker like right over here. Let me see, what's it? There we go. Now we need to talk to Sturgis. Requires power. How much power, though, is the question. Once I use it, I can't get rid of it? So basically, is it like stuck there forever now? Or can you like select it and move it? I understand you probably can't store it, but as long as I can move it, then it's probably not too bad. I really wish you could like get rid of these bushes here. Oh, sorry, I misread your thing. You can get rid of it. Gotcha.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
We absolutely did. What is Dance doing over there?
There's a giant metal pizza sitting on the ground now, so yeah.
I was just asking. No need for the snide remarks. I think I got the rest of this contraption figured out. Here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need. I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
Build the console, build the relay dish, build the beam emitter. Thanks.
Thanks, Sturgis. I'll get right on this.
Good deal. One thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other. I'll see you over at the building site. Good luck.
Ah, you know what? Okay, hold on. So they need to be wired together. So let me actually put this sucker like in the middle. Put it like, let's see, what's the middle? You know what the middle is? Like right here. And then, let's see, so we need to build a... Holy moly, this thing is huge. Snap in place over the reflector platform. Hold on a second. Snaps in place over the reflector platform. That's the reflector platform, so how in the world do you put this thing on top of it? Okay, I guess we'll just put it right there for now. Then we need to build a we need to build a reflector dish. Just go ahead and stick this sucker like over here. We'll radiate our fellow settlers. Okay, beam emitter is done. Relay dish is done. Control console. Let's see, where do we want to stick this at? We stick this like right here. Let's see, can I move this like underneath? I thought it'd be cool to like put it underneath it, but I guess not, huh? We just do that. Okay, so now I gotta wire all these things together. Let's see, so how do we do this? That is wired to that. This, how do you wire something to this? It's bugged. They're supposed to snap together. Well, damn. You think it'll be okay just being like that? I guess one way to find out. So now we got to get power to it. So that requires 2, and that requires 20, right? So let's get some power to this sucker. What do I have that will generate? Hey, Ty, how you doing? Let's see here. 1, 2, and then 3. Okay. Let's go ahead and connect that one to that one to that one, and that to that. That to that. Everything should be good to go now. Let me check my quest log here. What's it telling me? Power up the signal interceptor. Let's see, how do we power this baby up? I bet you this is why it's not going to work, because I actually have to do something here with this thing.
Gotta make sure we've got enough power.
And I don't know how to use it. All right.
Make sure the beam emitter is perfectly aligned with the platform, or this will never work.
Okay. I wonder if let me see here. This is very complicated. You know, I have pretty high intellect, so I don't understand why this isn't working. Store it and place it back down? Alright, hold on a second. You know what I think it is? I think it's probably because I'm on, like, wood. So try this really quick. That was probably it. It didn't like the fact that that I was on like wood. So look, it ain't pretty, but it works. Okay. So I know we got like contraptions and all kinds of stuff like this right here is definitely a safety hazard. You know, if you kind of like run into this thing right here, that's it. Dead. You know, you run into that and you're like toast crispy, right? All right. But it looks like we got it now, so it's all good. So what does it say now? Now we have to talk to Sturgis. I'm the only one that can walk through this line. Anybody else is going to get it.
Good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Why, yes. Should we test it first?
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as we do that, we've used our one and only chance. As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, and I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice. That code we've got is useless.
I think I'm ready.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform.
What is
I'll
Sturgis
start scanning
doing?
for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
It's like he's talking into like an Apple Watch or something like that.
Whenever you're ready.
You okay, bud? You having a heart attack right now? All right.
I'm ready when you are. Man, I could really use a cigarette.
All right, let's go ahead and hard save this. He does have pretty nice spandex, doesn't he? He needs overalls. The tights gotta go. You don't like the tights, Nina?
Just get on the platform.
Look, it
I'll
accentuates
do
the
the rest.
booty. He's pretty fit, you know? All right, here we go.
Cold feet. I don't blame you.
All right, cold feet, here we go. The Silver Shroud prepares to embark on his journey.
Getting cold feet? I don't blame you. Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal.
Sturgis, you better not screw me over here.
And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Holy moly. Oh. Well, apparently it wasn't just for decoration. Alright, hold on a second. Let's get back in here. Man, that thing was so powerful it even crashed my game. It teleported me out of the game. Yes, it did. Nate becomes Nora because of that crazy hose. Alright, let's go ahead and load. The Institute destroyed my console. They were on to us. Alright, we gotta go through this whole thing again. Okay, so I'm just gonna warn everybody. Even though I've beaten the game, like when I did this last time, I did nothing with the Institute. If I remember right, I pretty much was very shocked of the big reveal, the story reveal. I was like, whoa, no way. But I decided not to really pursue any of that and just left. And so this time around, though, I'm gonna see if I can engage him a little bit more, and that's gonna all be very blind for me. So we'll see how this works out. So it'll be very new for me.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds.
Next person that asked me to
All right, Dance.
Yeah, we better hurry.
Trust me,
Don't worry
man.
about that tubing wiggling around.
I'll be back.
It's
You just hang tight.
there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF.
And don't forget Virgil's serum. Gotcha.
Got it. Hold
Nina,
on to
I
your
promise I
butt.
will not forget. Alright, did we make it this time? Hey, we made it this time. Alright, completed the molecular level. Alright, it is just me. The Silver Shroud is now in. This is an inside job. We have to be very secretive. We have to be very sneaky. We're here on a mission. Our mission is to find the serum. We're also here to find our son. And anything else that we can do here. Alright, let's do this. Whoa! What do we got here? Place is a dump. Is anything stealing? It is not. Okay. Check and see what they got in here.
Hello.
No, I'm not ready for you yet. Hold on a second.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Alright, hold on one moment here. It says, enter the elevator. What quest do I actually have right now? So we have inside job. It says, insert the network scanner holotape into the terminal. Sturgis gave me a holotape that will scan the Institute's computer network for useful data. All I need to do is run it on the terminal and then return it to Sturgis for analysis. Okay. And then we have to go enter the elevator here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to quick save it. I don't know if this is going to break the quest if I do this ahead of time, but I'm going to do this right now since we're right here. View access log. Recent access. We have X324 validation, and we have X657 validation, and then we have air signal rerouted. Okay, that was probably us. And we have to load the holotape. Thankfully, we cleared out all of our stuff, so this is really easy to find. So network scanner. I feel like I gotta sneeze. Okay, initiate network scan. Give holotape to Sturgis. All right, we'll back out. Internal network detected. Play tape. It doesn't have anything here. Okay. There's nothing new for us to read here. So let's go ahead and step inside the elevator. Eject. Eject what? Broken light bulb. A clean room suit. Well, we might need that.
No use.
Okay. A single holotape just copied the entire contents of the Institute's network in under 3 seconds. They must have that USB-C. Okay. Let's see. How do we do this here? Button. Elevator access denied. Well, apparently it's letting me go.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute.
Yeah, when I first came in here, I was like just
This is
awed.
the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Aha, here we go. What do we have here on the table? Spanner, applicator, ear examiner, tweezers. What kind of tweezers are these things? These are like scary looking tweezers.
Can't pick this.
Requires key. We also have a radio here. Doesn't pick up anything though. Okay. And we have an American flag. Let's see here. Connection. Sean. loot the room first. Let's see.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Okay. After however many hours here, 100 and something hours, is it really you?
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Open the door.
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Sean, please, calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
All right, here we go. Well,
Sean.
hello.
S923, recall code Cirrus.
Ugh. Okay.
Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind.
He was a toaster.
I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
Let's do answers, asshole. Let's do sarcastic.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt quickly to stressful environments. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time, it's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
I was pretty blown away the first time that I did this and was like, whoa. I was not expecting that whatsoever.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
That makes sense.
Hell of a story. But I guess it does make sense.
I'm glad you're willing to accept the truth. It's quite encouraging. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Okay. Let's see, how do we want to answer? So here the whole time, so much time, it's really you. So yeah, he was right under our nose.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Why didn't he just come and grab us and take us down here? Like, obviously he probably had the capability to do so, but no, we had to like fight our way and sneak into here, you know? Okay, let's ask him these questions here. What about Kellogg?
Kellogg? He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
The next time I play this game, I need to make sure and get drunk before you talk to him. Then skip the conversation each time with the button. It's totally worth it. Interesting. So he wanted to know if we were worthy. I guess that makes sense. You used him.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Okay, the mother.
Your mother? She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Oh. Okay, hold on a second. Bathroad time. Trout After Dark. Hold on a second, folks.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Okay, what do we got? The Institute here.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Okay.
They need your help, Sean. It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized Commonwealth government. It ended in bickering, infighting. It was a disaster. No. We look after our own now. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Yeah, I think last time I just straight up said no. Like I think I just straight up was like, yeah, no.
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes.
My facial
That is what I
expressions are really
propose.
funny. I feel like I'm disgusted.
Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
This one thing I really liked about how they delivered this is it puts you in a really kind of a really awkward position of like your decision making of how you want to go forward, because you know for the whole game, you know, like when I remember playing this the first time and like even now again, you know, all you know about the Institute, you see the you see all the synths that are around. They're extremely hostile. You hear about like some of the snatch and grabs that they've been doing, how it's just basically affected everybody that lives in the Commonwealth, you know, basically like almost like terrorizing the Commonwealth. And that's like the picture that they try to paint for you. So they really put like a very negative angle on this, right? And, you know, you're kind of really led from the beginning to see them in that bad light because they kidnap your son. All the evidence that you find kind of going along that route seems like, you know, your son's been kidnapped. They killed your wife and, or your spouse. And, you know, so it just really villainizes him. And then you get here and it's like this complete 180 where it's just like, oh, like this person that we're talking to is like our son, all grown up now. And, you know, he's really trying to kind of paint things in a better light. And so you know, one of the stories from Fallout 3, the pit DLC, I think did this very well also. And I'm not going to spoil it for those who haven't played it, but I'll just say that like, you know, I really like it when games like have to really make you kind of question like, wow, what do I do here? Like, what is the right answer, you know? And, you know, it's like those type of decisions where it's like, you know, no answer is really the right answer, you know? I mean, there might be a right answer, there might be a wrong answer. It's just, it all depends on like your ethics and how you feel about it, you know? And so, you know, from a morality standpoint, like, you know, you as a father here, finally face to face with your son and everything that he's working for, you're given very limited information for context, but he's really trying to kind of help paint the picture of what's happened in the past that's led to the situation that they're in right now, you know? And, you know, you as a player are coming in here very biased because you've been giving the information on the surface level that really just gives you like the one side, right? You know, it always takes two to tangle, so you have to really kind of see it from both ends. And now that you're here, you're really presented with like that you know, that dilemma of, well, what do we do? You know, we have our son in front of us, but, you know, I've helped many a people along the way. I've lived in the Commonwealth. I've seen what everything is like up there. And yet you have everyone down here in the Institute kind of living happy and pretty and stuff. So it's like, where is, you know, what's the moral high ground here? What's the right answer? And so I think this one, in my opinion, I think it does a pretty good job delivering that. Okay, let's see here. So for now, I guess we're going to say agree because I want to do more of the Institute stuff. And I think this is how we do it.
Things are pretty terrible up there.
I've seen it myself. I know. That is why we are so committed to creating a better life for ourselves here. And it's a life that you can now be part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Let's see, Stoned. I was just looking at your comment here. They kidnap people and they replace them with synthetic robots. Where's the good in this? It's not, you know, and I think that's the, you know, that's where you as a player have to decide, like, where, you know, where do you think the right answer is, you know?
This really is a matter of importance.
Of course it is, Sean. That's why I'm really thinking about how I want to answer this.
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
Yes, for now.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
And Dr. Lee is from Fallout 3, which I think is interesting. You know, there's a really good quote for those of you who've maybe ever watched the show Red versus Blue. It's not in the original, like the original couple of seasons, but it's like, I don't remember what the name of it was, Recreation or something like that. But it was like where the production value, I feel like, stepped up pretty well, and they really tried to like introduce more of a complex like depth to the story of Red versus Blue, and you started to see that in some of the later of the original seasons. But it's where they introduced Agent Washington, and one of the things I really liked about that particular season was the back and forth between the director of Project Freelancer and the chairman of the oversight committee or whatever his name was. I can't remember. So, you know, they kind of go back and forth, you know, and it's like letters or correspondence between the two of them. And, you know, you have on one end, you know, the oversight committee that's really trying to understand the justification that Project Freelancer has really made, to, you know, with the decisions they've made and the actions that they've done, you know, especially with like Project Epsilon, everything like that. And it gets, once you get like towards the end of the season, there's like a quote from, you know, Dr. Leonard Church, the director of Project Freelancer, and he says something on the lines like, I'll probably mess it up a little bit, but he's basically talking about like, we've been at war, we've been invaded by an alien race, like, you know, we basically have to innovate. And he says like, you know, it's a fundamental, how did he say it? It's like a fundamental part of the human species that when faced with extinction, every alternative is preferable, right? And so, like, when they look at it, they're, you know, in Project Freelancer, they're like, yeah, like, you know, do we face the extinction of the human race, or do we do what we think is necessary to try to save, you know, the human race, basically? And so those ends justify the means. And from the Institute side of the house here, like, I'm looking at it from a very surface value right now. I don't have a lot of depth and context from the game lore, just because I don't know it. But I feel like that's what Sean's really trying to lay into us right now. Is just like, there's rationale and logic behind everything that we're doing here, and you just have to really, we have to kind of be in their shoes to truly try to understand like what it is. So I'm hoping that we get a bit more of that. This is going to be very new for me, so I don't know. Let's see, Stoned, you're asking the question, wasn't the Institute mentioned in Fallout 3 and Rivet City? Sort of. Not directly, if I remember right. So don't quote me on this, but if I recall, when you get kind of towards the end of the game at some point, and you go back to Rivet City, so Dr. Lee is in there, and it's basically a point where Dr. Lee decides that she's going to leave. And Dr. Lee says that she's going up to, and maybe she does refer to it as the Institute. I think what she says was she's going up to a community up north in the Commonwealth that has to do with something that they're working on or whatever. And I don't remember exactly how she phrased it, but the breadcrumbs were in Fallout 3 that really spelt out, like, kind of, it really laid, I think, some teasers of what Fallout 4 was going to be. There was the whole deal with Harkness, which was a synthetic, so kind of doing that storyline really, I think, gave some of the most information about it. But Dr. Lee herself, she was in Fallout 3, and she really leads off, towards the end of the game or somewhere around there, where she finally decides to leave and said she was going to go up to the Commonwealth, and so it's mentioned. I just don't remember if they specifically call it the Institute, or if it was just, I think she said it was like a community. So someone could probably look it up in Wiki, but it was there. Yeah. But it was that was a really good series of quests though in Fallout 3, where and I'm just reading what you posted, Mr. K. The lone wanderer can either help or hinder the Institute scientist Dr. Zimmer in search for his missing android, which was Alpha 3-21 in the quest The Replicated Man. So, and I had a very interesting series of choices that I made when I was doing that quest, but I'm not going to spoil it in here, as captured in my Fallout 3 playthrough. But needless to say, that was a really good series of quests there, and thankfully I had played Fallout 4 before playing Fallout 3, so as I did all that stuff, I was very enlightened to the, oh my gosh, like there's so many like connections to Fallout 4 in what I'm doing here, whereas if I would have played them like everyone else that probably played these games on release, they just took it as what it was and not necessarily knowing the context of like the later game that would have come. So I played these games backwards, and it is what it is, but that's what I got out of it. Okay, so now we got to go meet the division heads. Sorry, I know I was rambling along quite a bit there, but I really love how they kind of did this. So meet the division leaders, and let's go find them. Is everything stealing now? Oh, we can activate the microphone? No, we can't. Testing. Okay, so it's not all stealing. We can take all this stuff now. Let's go ahead and pop back into our Silver Shroud outfit so we're not running around in a bathrobe and a formal hat. Okay. So I don't really have a good idea of where I'm going right now, so I'm just going to kind of wander around and see what I can find. I can loot everything and sell it back to their vendor? Well, why not? Let's go ahead and do that. What is in this little thing right here? A clean coffee cup. You don't say. We haven't had clean coffee in forever. Preserved cigarette pack. Okay. We don't need the folders. Oh, we got a terminal here we can read. Let's go ahead and unlock this. Hey, Hanson, how you doing? Nope, definitely not there. Damn. Ammo? Maybe? No? So it's not the M. Let's see, it wouldn't be crap. Wouldn't be hero. Aha, it's gotta be clan. Sweet. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and read what we got here. We got some lore that we can get into. Kellogg Conrad, July 16th, 2285. Kellogg's occasional presence continues to unnerve the others. At first, I thought they were merely intimidated by his confidence and arrogance, or perhaps even afraid of his general being. Kellogg is, after all, a killer. But as I've continued to witness their reactions, engage the sidelong glances, I've detected something else, something I probably should have anticipated: jealousy. Kellogg is a living memorial to a forgotten program. He is an augmented human being, a cyborg really, and the benefits that he has received cannot be denied. But really, the scientists here could not care less about the enhanced reflexes or greater combat efficiency. No, the cause of the envy is something more practical, more primal. His enhanced life expectancy. Just how long will Kellogg live if he passes naturally, however unlikely that may be? It's hard to say. He's already more than 100 years old, older, certainly, than any other human in the Commonwealth. His complete physiology has been altered. Perhaps he'll make it to 150, maybe even 200. Let the petty have their petty jealousness. Kellogg is a living testament to the ingenuity and superiority of the Institute, and I shall in no small pleasure in knowing that we must irritate him to no end. Alright, status reports. Bioscience. Hydroponics program functional. FEV lab is offline. Robotics synth output nominal. Production materials fully stocked. Advanced systems. Child synth project under quarterly review. Weapons diagnostics ongoing. Phase 3 behind schedule. SRB. Oh, there it is right there. There it is. Dr. Zimmer. Dr. Zimmer is still offline. Well, let's just say that my lone wanderer may have had a little bit of a push for that. Above ground operative terminated. Retention programs functional. I wonder what SRB stands for. Probably like a reconnaissance bureau or something like that. A synth retraction. I don't know. Pattern recognition algorithms ineffective. Facilities, power output maxed. Air water recycling systems are functioning normally. Okay, personal notes. The wait continues. AO can only confirm sightings outside Vault 111 and again in Diamond City sometime later. What that means, I'm not sure. Will we actually meet? Was this all for nothing? No, not nothing. I will have learned valuable things about myself, my past either way. I cannot afford to let emotion get in the way. I must simply observe and record. I'm told that Kellogg has gone offline. Strangely, I find myself thinking of Dr. Walker. He had such high hopes for Kellogg, such faith in the implants and what they could mean. I still regret eliminating that project, but I know where it would have led us. Walker was never shy about his goals. Too many others were starting to listen. In the end, I believe I was justified. The Institute is about preserving humanity, not some bizarre amalgamation of biology and technology. Let's see. Stone, do you think it's called the Synth Retention Bureau? That makes sense if that is. Okay. It's interesting how he refers to those that have been killed as offline, as if they were synths and not necessarily humans. Like Kellogg, even though he was like a cyborg, you know, like augmented by technology, like he was still like a human, you know? But yet they referred to him as being offline and not necessarily like deceased or something. I don't know. Director access, synth shutdown. It says unauthorized, director code required. Okay. Sean's terminal password. Well, just in case we couldn't crack the code ourselves, we have the password right there. What is this right here? Is this where they stick the cameras, where they spy on you? Time will tell. Okay, I think maybe we have to go in here. It's down here. Director's quarters. Oh. It just takes me back to here. Okay.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
Bioscience? Man, this place is huge. Sliding door requires terminal.
Oh,
Lockmaster.
I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course. We're all looking forward to working with you.
Really?
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good fortune.
Maybe.
Doctor.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
Well, I have to avenge my wife. Will to survive. Basic instinct of human nature.
I guess I just wasn't ready to die yet.
Oh, that's understandable. The will to survive is the most basic human instinct.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said.
I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like
That guy
this.
looked really creepy
There's
in the
a lot
background.
of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
We're just looking. I'm on board with what, lady?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built all this? You know, this kind of reminds me of that TV show Silo a little bit.
Who built this place originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
You know, I cannot wait until we get to season 2 of Fallout. It's going to be very exciting. Maybe in the Discord we can do some watch parties. All right, so we have a lot of different things that we can go see here. So what do we have here? We have, it looks like we've got a medical bay over this way. We have a clock. Robotics is this way. This was engineering. Someone forgot to put this little panel over here. Why is this guy got? Why is this guy got to run around with a gun? Is it really that dangerous down here? Okay. I like how they have the panels off of everything. Like it's in constant state of disrepair that they're trying to fix it. There's all sorts of like doors that I want to go in and explore. Where does this take me to over here? Institute Bioscience. Oh, okay, it takes me to another instance. That's fine. I guess we'll try to do like one section at a time here. There's a lot here to do, and so I gotta try to be kind of like methodical about how I want to do so I don't get lost. Sliding doors. Ah, we got another door over here. My goodness. Fusion cell. Oh, we already find some ammo. What do we got here? Large plates. Cauterizer. A recorder. Well, you don't say, huh? You think they could clean the place up a bit? They just got like chairs and stuff everywhere. That's not how you stack chairs, by the way. Ooh, a high-powered microscope. We're gonna take that. This one's locked. Hopefully I don't get in trouble coming in here. Let's see. Needless to say, like in my first playthrough, whoops, FEV lab. Oh, I think I know where we're at. Oh, wow. Oh, Hello. Let me quick save it really quick in case I get in trouble. But needless to say, my first playthrough, when I came down here, there wasn't really any exploring that I had to do. But like when I was running around the Institute, it was to destroy it. Okay, so we have disarmed that. Holy moly. Okay. I don't remember coming in here before. This is new. I'm already going to get kicked out of this place. I just barely joined them. You, sir, have been in areas that you should not be. We thought we could trust you. Clearly we could not. You are hereby expelled. Back into the Commonwealth you go. Let's see what we got in here. Okay. Screwdriver. Looks like we got some buttons here. Okay, so that closes that. That closes that. I wonder if you can turn on the archways here. Okay, interesting. Well, let's dive deeper into this FEV place here. I thought I heard a turret in here. Yep. Okay. We're gonna do this quietly. Silver Shroudish. So much for quiet. All right, Nina. I hope you have a great Friday evening. Have a good night. We'll be doing some more Oblivion this weekend, too.
Area not secure.
Assaultatron?
Area not secure.
Oh, Jesus. This thing's gonna be right on me as soon as I open this up, too.
Yes. Contact. Running a limit of routines.
Whew, my goodness. Oh, Christ. It was scary. Let's see. Hey, we got some bottle caps over here. Yoink. Let's see. We got dog tags. Nothing on the radio. I would have radios down here if they're not going to really even be able to use them. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got a mod down here. A puncturing pipe wrench mod. I mean, I'm not going to use a pipe wrench, but let's see. It looks like we got some paint. Oh, another mod here. A hooked pipe wrench mod. What's up with all the pipe wrench mods? Okay, let's see. What else do we got down here? 50 cal. Oh, an overdue book. Take that. Yoink. Thank you. Let's see. A lot of files. Microscope. I'll take that. I'll save the surgical tracer later. I'm pretty sure I got a lot of aluminum. I say that, and as soon as I run out of aluminum, I'm going to curse myself for not picking those things up. Okay, let's see. Wonder glue. I don't know if I actually got the magazine from there, Mr. K, or not, so I'm going to have to go back and check. I may have. I remember it being there, and at the time, I didn't have enough tokens to get it, but I kind of wonder if I ever went back and got it. A Courser uniform. How much does that weigh? I'm curious. Let me look here really fast. It's 15 pounds. What does this look like? Let me check this out really quick. That kind of looks all right. All right, but we'll go ahead and drop this. So, what does the Black Institute lab coat look like? Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Black Institute lab coat. Huh. Maybe it's the under, maybe the arms is what they were talking about. Definitely not the color it says it is. If I had weave, I could weave the Courser outfits. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. Let's see. Let's put on our silver shroud. Okay. Make sure I got everything out of here that I wanted. And we got a baseball cap here. I don't know if we have one of those. We'll go ahead and grab it. Courser's got the most drip. Holy moly. So, a house cat. Well, good thing Nina already left. Oh my god, there's dead kitties everywhere. Why are there dead house cats around here? Ugh. They almost look like they did, like... all kinds of these turrets everywhere, isn't there? Got him. Put that and send it to her later. Let's see. Well, let's see what they had in here. The fact that it's an FEV laboratory seems to me that they had probably super mutants.
Nice.
See, we have a kickball. Cat meat? Were they feeding the cats to something? These sick bastards.
Sweet.
Oh boy. Alright, we got a super mutant in here. Yep. Just what I thought. Oh my god. Let's see. Tongue sticking out on that one? Ugh. Feel bad for the cats. Okay. Let's see, how do we get this one here? They purposefully did this, didn't they? Got it. Sorry, I'm being a little slow here, but I've never been in here before, so I'm kind of... I heard some movement. This place is kind of making me on edge a little bit here. Especially if there's Assaultatrons in here. We shouldn't be afraid of assault. Requires terminal. Okay. Let's go ahead and unlock this and see where it goes. Ah, snot. No. Let's see. Song? No. Okay. Fond. Hurt.
Nice.
There we go. Turret control. See if we can turn these bad boys off. And remote door. Open up. Okay. Holy moly. Okay. right, let's see what we can find down here. Applicators, we could pick up the microscope. Oh, we got a holotape in here. Brian Virgil's personal log 176. Wait a minute. FEV research notes. I thought the serum was somewhere else. I didn't realize it was down here. I thought it was like in another lab somewhere. I don't remember coming in here before. Maybe I did and I just don't remember it. Okay, looks like we got a couple of holotapes here that we can listen to. So let's go ahead and listen to the research notes first. We'll pick these up.
This is Dr. Elliot reporting for the Bioscience Division. March 22-24. We just received another batch of subjects, but as my previous report stated, we're at an impasse here. More of the same won't help. The two most promising strains of FEV have been adapted to an ideal state, but we're still missing something. I am officially echoing the team's position. The most likely progress for our research on synthetic organics requires new avenues of exploration. Additional Commonwealth subjects will not help. It's the same problem across the board, exposure to too much radiation. We need someone new. There's a proposal we'll be putting forward. I am not entirely comfortable with it, but it seems the best course.
Interesting. Let's see if this holotape has the same information, just because it's called research notes.
This is
Nope.
Dr. Elliot with the official report for the Directorate from Bioscience. The date is, August 2178. I'm pleased to report that, as has been the case during my tenure, crop yields exceed expectations. In point of fact, everything down here is fine, with one notable exception. Dr. Frederick has informed me that the Directorate has pre-approved research on samples of the FEV virus, which he already has in his possession. Now, I'm not one to question the Directorate, you all know that. I don't even want to know where this came from, but, well, this is troubling. Dangerous, possibly. I will do my best to make sure risks are minimized, but I really do hope that the consequences are understood.
Okay. What I find interesting too is that this one clearly was broken into. And I wonder if that's where Virgil was at and he broke out, or someone helped him break out, because there's like a chair here. So it's like someone threw a chair to like break it open. Let's listen to this his notes, personal log 176.
Personal record, Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone! Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan, and if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Okay, interesting. So yeah, he was definitely done with this. We have a terminal here we can use. Subject status, Director Override AZ-77. Holy moly, we got a lot of reading. Okay. 151. Mid-30s, poor health overall. Post-submersion results consistent with standard result, discarded. Female, late 30s, moderate overall health. Post-submersion results, initially consistent with standard result, rapid decline in physical condition, deceased. Okay, this is a male, early 30s, moderate overall health. Physical condition consistent with standard results. Mental acuity charting slightly higher than average. Tagged and discarded. I wonder what they mean discarded. Male late 20s, above average overall health. Rapid decline in mental capacity. Anomalous physical results. Terminated. Female early 20s, moderate health. Rapid excessive physical growth. Aggression far above normal parameters. Terminated. Male mid-30s, poor overall health. Post results inconclusive. Subject terminated. Subject unintentionally terminated during Incident 5. Data should be culled from future reports. Huh. We got 2 or 3. Female early 30s, moderate health, inconclusive. Subject unintentionally terminated during Incident 5. Data should be... Yeah, it's the same one. Well, it's not the same one, but it's the same results. Then we got progress reports. July 10th, 2277. Entered by Siverson C. Latest round of testing complete. Results are all within expected parameters. We informed Dr. Zimmer, there's Dr. Zimmer again, directly, and he had ordered the test personally. He seemed annoyed with the results, unsure what he was looking for. He declined to specify why he wanted to run the test to begin with. Okay, this is April 10th, 2286. Entered by Virgil B. I've officially assumed the lead role on the project after Dr. Siverson's passing. Latest round of subjects show results similar to previous tests run over the last 5 years. No statistical deviation noted. Synthetic organics continue to perform well. The necessity of further tests is unexplained. This is Virgil again. Nothing new, always the same. Have entered formal complaint with Directorate. These tests are not bringing in any valuable information. The organics project was spun off by decades ago. Why do we insist on continuing this? Redacted. All inquiries about this project should now go straight to the Director. The lab will be offline until further notice. Interesting. And then we can go ahead and grab our serum here. Okay, so now we have that. We can return to Virgil. I don't think there's anything else in here that we can really kind of mess with. Maybe I did come in here before and I just didn't realize it, but I thought that the serum was like somewhere else, so. We have the entry terminal here. Oh, because we can't get out of here, can we? Okay. We're not supposed to be in here, apparently. The FEV laboratory is a potentially biohazard area and has been sealed. Access to this section of the facility is prohibited. Requests for more information can be sent in triplicate to our records department. We're deactivated. Yoink! And we're out. Nobody sees us. Give me 1 second. All right, so 2 of our little side projects we had to do, we've already accomplished here. We've loaded up the holotape that Sturgis gave us to kind of scan the internal network here, and we got that done. And we've also found the experimental serum that Virgil wanted us to pick up. So now we could just kind of kick back, relax, and do the rest of the stuff that we need to do by go talking to the other directors. Aha, and speaking of other directors, there's one right over here. Well, they got gorillas.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results. You're here. Glad you made it.
All right, Stone Man. Hey, I appreciate you dropping by today. Hope you have a good night, okay? Have fun tonight.
You're gonna have to work pretty hard to impress anyone down here.
Brendan Volkert.
Excuse me.
It's hard to stand out when you're surrounded by geniuses. Dr. Watson doesn't think I'm Institute material. I'm gonna prove him wrong. Liam's been trying to teach me robotics. It's more complicated than I thought. Rosalind is as smart as she is beautiful. I just wish I could get her to notice me.
Okay. Nothing to talk with him, so let's go talk to this person over here. Clayton
Dr.
Holdren.
Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
That's good to know.
Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
What work are you doing?
Like what? I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the The Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything more exciting than fake gorillas.
Speaking only for myself, I find them fascinating. Of course, I might be a little biased. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
Would I fit in here?
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a place for me here?
Even if science isn't your passion, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on the surface to observe and gather information. From what I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful. I think you'd be ideal for that kind of role. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
If you say so, boss. Do you need any help? Let's see if we can get a quest out of this guy.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Okay. All right, so Clayton Holdren might have something
Most
for
men
us.
lack the patience to observe and document plant growth.
You're right. I probably would not.
Hi, Doc.
Yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't a good time.
Rude?
Someone's a little full of himself.
Hardly. There is no place for ego in science. I'm simply trying to tell you in as polite a manner as possible that I am busy. Now, goodbye.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing
Good
things
day,
with
sir.
our genetically engineered crops.
You're lucky I can't take your microscope, otherwise I would. We can take all this other stuff, though.
So you were there the day the bombs fell.
Okay.
That must have been terrifying.
Let's see, is there anything else here worth kind of like checking out? Wasn't there 3 gorillas in here, or was there always just 2? There's 3. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else for us to kind of check out here. I don't see any holotapes or anything like that. But what do we have back here? This place is huge. Oh, is that a terminal? SZI Phase 2 Development. Synth Zoological Initiative Phase 2. Initial thoughts. What to create? We have engineered creatures that inhabit the sky and the land. The next logical step is a creature of the sea. The greatest challenge remains data collection. Accurate measurements, behavioral data, life cycle, habitat, etc. Might Nanhat have something useful? Note to self. Request that we allocate a scavenging team to that area. So, which aquatic creature makes a good candidate? Let's start with size. Nothing too large and nothing too small. The most promising candidates, genus Delphinus, genus Carcharinus. On-site habitat will be a logistical challenge. Expansion of the bioscience is likely necessary, included large water tank, many logistical challenges to implement. Facilities division likely to oppose us. Have to pitch this as a first step in a broader plan. What else can go in the aquatic habitat? Can we grow food there? What other experiments could we do? Could we develop underwater synth models to carry out seabed salvaging operations? Probably far-fetched, and we need to work on this more. We'll table this journal for the time being and focus on other priorities until I can come up with more reasons that will benefit us from the aquatic habitat. Can still gather data in the meantime. The Warwick Homestead Initiative. Oh, well, we were just at Warwick, weren't we? Well, that is fascinating. Let's see what it has to say. Mission statement. The Warwick Homestead Initiative was conceived to facilitate field testing of various genetically modified specimens in the unique climate of the Commonwealth. It is hoped that we gain insight into these effects of trace radiation on the growth and development of said specimens. We of the Bioscience Division are in full agreement on the following hypothesis. Subjected to the proper levels of ambient radiation and soil pH such as those found in the exceptionally fertile soil of Warwick Homestead, Our modified seed specimens are likely to exhibit accelerated growth rate and a twofold increase in size. I don't think I noticed. Obviously, we saw they had a really big farm there in Warwick, but I don't know if I paid attention to the size of the things there. Now I'm going to have to go back at some point and see if things look bigger there than they do at other locations. Project implementation. Stage 1. Using genetic manipulation, we will develop a unique breed of Kirkibit. How the fuck do you say that? Kirkibit. Yeah, that. With similar characteristics to those commonly farmed in the Commonwealth. Acquire Roger Warwick, Patriarch of Warwick Homestead, and conduct a series of intensive interrogation sessions to learn all that we can about his life and family. With the intelligence gathered in Stage 2, we create a synth replica of Roger Warwick and embed the unit on site at Warwick Homestead to oversee the operation directly. SRB will handle the logistics of this aspect of the initiative. Begin covert deliveries of prototype seed batches for planning, collect observational data for embedded unit, and then, when sufficient data has been collected, retrieve synth unit and specimens for lab study. Purge all surface evidence of the initiatives. Oh my god! Does that actually mean that Roger? No wonder why he was underwater and he didn't die. Is he a synth? Huh. I wonder if we killed him, would he have a synthetic chip on him? Not that I'm gonna kill him, but I wonder if he's a synth. Status reports. Ready for shipment. Delivery complete. Okay, WW877. Received. Delivery complete. Initiate delivery. Ready for shipment. I mean, they've definitely been busy with the Warwick homestead. Batch destroyed in transit. Initiate delivery. Ready for shipment. That is fascinating. So they went up and replaced him. That is wild. I wouldn't have ever known. Behavioral Anomaly Report. Director Holdren. Here are the details that you requested. Reference the guerrilla behavioral anomalies. A total of 16 incidents of heightened aggression have been documented. Biosounds personnel who witness these events, myself included, would categorize the level of aggression displayed as extreme and dangerous. In all, 6 synth handlers have been destroyed by the guerrilla attacks. Excuse me. As for what triggers these behavioral changes, I speculate that it's a reaction to perceived conflict. Several attacks followed heated arguments that took place within earshot of the pen. Another occurred soon after the recent SRB security sweep. It seems clear that there's a fault in the behavioral model. I doubt that it can be corrected. I know that you're against it, but I think we have to consider destroying them. Failing that, I recommend that all contact with the guerrillas be limited to synth units only. Biosounds personnel should not be permitted to come in contact. The risk is simply too great. So they didn't want any humans involved in that. Hey, Kyan, how you doing? View access logs. So let's see. Holdren, Volkert, Holdren, login AO, redacted. What was AO doing? Which one was AO again? Login, Carlin, behavioral anomaly report. AO is definitely up to something. AO is a spy. A13. And then Holdren C, Primary Director's Terminal, SCI Phase 2. Interesting. Let's see, what else have we got in here? There's another terminal over here. What does this one do? Departmental notices. Our special guest has arrived. Now that our guest of honor is here, I want to remind everyone to be polite, accommodating, and welcoming. It's not often that we receive visitors from the surface, and this occasion is more special than most. I know I can count on all of you to extend a hand of friendship and greet our visitor with the utmost hospitality. Let's embrace this exciting event and make the best first impression that we possibly can, Director Holdren. Pip here, like, it's amusing that Zero here actually really reads all of the terminals. Absolutely. Power conservation. When we first implemented the new power efficiency guidelines, I was proud at how well we were able to meet those standards with only a minimal impact on our productivity. It was a very daunting challenge, but we rose to meet it. Lately, however, we've been getting lax in our habits. Too often I'm finding lights and equipment left on where they shouldn't be, and the environmental settings that haven't changed without my authorization. Let's rededicate ourselves to doing what's right for the needs of the Institute as a whole. After all, this isn't just our home, it is a home for the future generations who will carry out on the great work of building a better future. Synth zoology, the next step. I have some exciting news to share with all of you. Father has approved the next phase of my proposed synth zoology initiative, and I'm already in the process of setting up a schedule for the initial prototype phase. As has always been the case, this is a low priority project, but those of you who find yourselves with free time are welcome to contribute. I need to make a few preliminary decisions, not the least of which is the kind of creature that will want to replicate. I don't have to tell you how eager I am to begin, and I cannot wait to see what amazing things that we can develop, given our recent advances in synth development. All right. Let's see, Kyan, you're asking, have I shot Father yet? Not in this playthrough right now. We're going to work for the Institute for a little bit just so I can get all of the content here. And yes, we have some reading streams that we like to do here. John is absolutely a favorite of him. Soil pH values. Let's see here. Moderately acidic. Acidic, alkaline, neutral, acidic, alkaline. Okay. View access logs. Carlin, Volker, Toldrin. Okay. Nothing more there. Let's see what else we got in here. What can we steal? Stim pack. A lot of Lab Institute coats. I should take all the Institute coats and like dress up all my settlers in like Institute clothes. Let's see, here's more plants. Nothing really special here. And this is where the messy hallway was. This should really take us back to the FEV place, right? Yeah, that's the FEV lab. Okay, so we don't want to go back that way. This was kind of like a one-way trip that way. All right, so this was bioscience.
It's hard to stand out when you're surrounded by geniuses.
Well, maybe you should work harder a little bit, Brendan. Quit complaining about it. Jeez. You think I got where I was by just sitting here complaining about other people in the Commonwealth? No. We grabbed a gun and we went and did what we needed to do. In the name of justice. The Institute? Let's see, where does this take me to over here? I think we already went this way, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this was bioscience. Let me see how much time we got left. We got a little bit of time left.
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good.
Is it true?
Greetings, sir.
77.
Why can't a synth be a person too?
That is correct.
I don't really see the
my
difference.
favorite one.
Liam?
Dad says I'm as good as he is with computers.
That's nice, Liam.
Please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious
Goodbye.
and flavorful food
I didn't want to talk to you
supplements.
anyways.
I want supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
Useless machine.
Oh, he was a little pissed off, wasn't he? In the name of the errand boy, John.
Father's work has been a real inspiration for me.
Hi.
Hello. Please ensure that your dietary requirements are being filled.
Let's go ahead and barter.
Let's see what you have.
Institute bottled water and an Institute food packet. Yum. All right. Well, let's go ahead and oh, I can only sell food items to him. Let's go ahead and sell the cat meat and the wine. Oh, and the water. Okay.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
What do we have over here? Sliding doors. Aha. Spanner. Let's see. High-powered microscope. Need to find like a workbench so I can like descent this stuff because I'm gonna run out of space really quickly. I'm gonna have to create a stash box within this place to be able to kind of like store stuff. Let's see. Okay, I'm glad or like I think at least anyways that I toned down my inventory before I got in here. But advanced systems. What do we have in advanced systems? Yeah.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
Good day.
You smell like you've been above ground.
Are you saying I stink? You know, there's not really a good place to take a shower up there. Or buy deodorant. Rude. John, you said there's a magazine in one of this place on one of the balconies? Ah, okay. By balcony...
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Let's see. I'm wondering how we actually get up to those locations. I haven't really seen a way to take stairs up. Yeah, man. Well, at least I know it's in here somewhere. So...
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
I feel like we broke into this place.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
This is where we sell stuff to them. Institute pistol? Yeah, I'm gonna sell you guys your weapons back. Okay. And we'll go ahead and sell... This really doesn't matter too much. Like, most of the stuff I kind of want just because it's good, you know, I don't need the pen. It's good, like, materials, you know. But we'll take that. Let's see, it's got cork, plastic. Yeah, some of the stuff is, like, really good. I can imagine this place is a maze. So...
Alright, that's all for now.
Let me, maybe this right here? Hold on a second. Let me see if this takes me up to, like, the second level balcony. Oh. Wait a minute. What the hell? I don't remember this thingy being open right here. I wonder if it's like programmed based on time. So there's got to be a way to be able to get over to some of these other locations here. Just kind of have to figure it out though. Okay.
Child synth.
At least I know that we have something that we got to kind of keep on the lookout for.
Please don't get any germs on me.
Did I go up this way?
I thought all the surface people looked like monsters. But you seem pretty normal.
Well, I don't know if we went up here. I don't think we have. Hey, look at these little chairs. Okay. It's on the 4th floor? Oh, man. Well, you know, I'm sure someone knocked over the lamp here. Must have had a really bad dream or something like that. So, I'm sure I'll come across... Oh, I didn't mean to pick that up. I'm sure I'll come across it. So, let's go up again and see what's up here. We got some more doors we can go into. Aha, we have... Oh, this is AO. I think AO is up to something. I don't remember who AO was, but they had the redacted... Can I take a shower? they had the redacted entry. So I want to go check their terminal and see if we can figure something out. Let us see what AO's been up to. Private terminal, you say? Disable security safeguards. Why not? Your terminal's private data might be at risk. I feel as though we should be able to see what's on this terminal here. Disable security safeguards. The security safeguards have been disabled. Your terminal's private data might be at risk. But there's nothing on the terminal that we can see. Okay. We will have to maybe come back to that one later. This is Carlin's place here. Okay, well, Carlin I recognize too. See anything back here? We're just snooping around their places here, see if we can find anything. Institute lab coat. Okay. Go ahead and check outside. Nothing over here. And it looks like we can go up one more flight of stairs here too. Let's see, is this way? Holdren. Okay, this is the one dude that we went and met. Wow, look, he's got a pretty nice place over here. Not really a private bathroom, but you know. Okay. All right, let's see. He doesn't have a terminal either. What kind of computer is this anyways? It's kind of weird. Looks like it's like an eye reading machine or something like that, you know, something you sit down and it kind of like for those of you that wear glasses or have had to go in, you know, you have that one machine that you got to like put your chin in and it has like the picture of like a little hot air balloon and it like adjusts the picture to try to like gauge like your thing or whatever. And then they have this one thing and it like blows a little puff of air in your eye. I will tell you what, no matter how much that I try to steel myself for that little puff of air, that I tell myself I'm not going to flinch whatsoever, every single time, it always gets me and I do a little flinch. For those of you who've never had to really go to the optometrist, so you have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see what's up here. Aha, here we go. John, you are amazing. Thank you. Or sorry, you and Pippi both gave me exactly what I needed to know to find this out.
Excellent.
We have found astoundingly awesome tales. Your canine companion permanently takes 10% less damage. Have dog will travel. Number 12, $29. That is an awesome looking picture. Look at dog meat. That guy's having the time of his life. Thank you for that. I appreciate it, y'all. Okay, let's see. Is there anything in here? I wonder if they're hiding something. Some of these people, I don't know if we could trust them. Let's see. So that was Holdren's place. This place is huge. There's a lot to see in here. Oh, we found the resident drunk. There's a holotape here. Advanced system notes? Let's go ahead and listen to it.
I think he's actually lost his mind. I can't believe he really expects me to do this. I've always been on board with the Gen 3 program. It makes sense, but this? Nothing good can come from this. How am I supposed to explain to my staff that Sean wants a child synth for no immediately apparent valid line of research? And to base the physical features off records of his own childhood? It defies all logic. No, I can't do this. I won't.
Interesting. So this is Madison Lee's place, it seems. Dr. Lee from Fallout 3 was one of the folks that we worked with there in the Lone Wanderer. That obviously was before he created the Sean synth. Wow, she's a drinker. I feel bad saying what I said earlier, but I'm like, we found the resident drunk. We got 44 cal bullets. The old posts, Way of the Future. They don't have the Boston Bugle here. Oh, she gets 2 balconies. Is that a courser over here? W toilet paper.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
That is a courser.
Hey there.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
I don't like what this guy's doing over here. Okay, he's just trying to fix something. Let's see. So I came from this direction, I think, right? We came over here, so that's Dr. Lee's, right? Yep. Okay. So we can go down and explore here too. I gotta see who some of these peoples are. Oh, I can't close this one? Who are you?
I've heard so much
Eve?
about you. What a remarkable story.
Hey there.
As the Institute's first personal synth, I try to set a good example.
Let's see here. You think they'd have more you say Bedos? Oh, we can flirt with her? Wait, a personal synth? Is this what I think it is?
What's a personal synth?
Dr. Benet is carrying out a social experiment. He wants to see if a synth can integrate into a human family. I know I can never replace his wife or be a real mother to Liam, but I can at least help with the domestic duties. I like to think I'm a pretty good cook. It was a real pleasure to meet you. I'm sure you're still taking everything in, so I'll let you get back to that.
Huh, interesting. Vanette's Quarters Terminals. Let's see what's on here. Fancy Lads Snack Cakes. It just doesn't make any sense. I've run the diagnostics, quadruple checked the neural mappings, done comparative analysis of taste buds. I've tracked the digestive patterns. Hell, I've even gone so far as to simply ask several of them, and still I'm no closer to answering the question. Why do Gen 3 synths like to eat Fancy Lad snack cakes? I mean, sure, they have the capacity to experience taste. Every Gen 3 possesses a synthetic equivalent of the requisite receptor cells, but why this? And why all of them? Good thing it's physically impossible for a Gen 3 to actually gain weight and succumb to obesity. Wouldn't that be quite the Achilles heel? Humanity's most impressive technology achievement, laid low by junk food. Alright, view access logs. Benet. So, expert chess, Trois Nocturnes, expert chess, the history of the Commonwealth. I really would like to be able to read those if they had them on here, but since they don't, it's kind of unfortunate. Let's see, what else do we got in here? Did we go outside and check his balcony? Yeah, there's nothing else in here.
Eve.
I've heard so much about you. What a remarkable story.
Okay. Institute Jumper? I'm taking that. I don't think we have one of those. You know, John, your comment about the toilet paper, that reminds me of the movie Jumanji. There's like a scene, I don't know if you ever like the original Jumanji, like Robin Williams, he like comes back and he goes into a bathroom and he sees toilet paper. He's like, oh, thank God. No more banana leaves. Let's see. Uh-oh, someone's been into the drugs here. Oh, there's a little kid's room in here. I wonder if this is where Liam is at. Nuka-Cola Quantum. Ah, shouldn't have left him out. If it's green, it's clean. Let's see, what else do we have in here?
I wouldn't be here if not for your son.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
Let's see what's down here. Okay, nothing over here. Let's see, so we have... Doesn't look like much. Stealing from the kids. Well, I mean, it's not really stealing. Red is stealing, Pippi. If it's green, it's clean. It means it's there, it was put for me, for someone to enjoy, and so we acquired it. That is what I will say to justify the actions. And this takes us back down to, so now we have Sith retention and advanced systems.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time.
We have a terminal
and the
here
side
we can read.
effects will likely...
We have the access logs, Volkert. Why is AO's shit all redacted? Man, I am really, really interested in what AO is up to. Incident reports. Thompson E. Presenting symptom, first-degree burns, left hand. Patient placed his hand inside power relay without first disengaging. First aid applied. Okay. Fillmore Q. Abdominal distress. Patient ingested lubricant from robotics division on a dare. Emetic dispense. Okay. Benet L. Wrist sprain, right hand. Oh my god. Okay. Wrist sprain, right hand. The patient declined to say how this injury occurred, only indicated that it was related to using a terminal. Splint has been applied. Well, I'm not going to speculate what Benet was doing here, but we'll just say that, you know, yeah. Must get lonely down here in the Institute from time to time, right? Loken M. Dislocated shoulder, right side. Apparent malfunction of synth handshake gesture applied with extreme force. Shoulder reset and pain medication dispensed. Patient redacted. Severe blunt trauma to upper torso. Injuries received in the FEV lab. Redacted. Director override AZ-77. Who would have been going into the FEV lab? Severe blunt trauma to upper torso. Who would have been going in there and would have got treated for it, and why? The question continues. The mystery is afoot. We have no idea what AO is up to, and we have no idea who is in the FEV vault. Director. Dizziness, shortness of breath. Test results revealed. Redacted. Director override. More questions arise. This is fascinating. Personal notes. Latest batch of food from hydroponics shows increased vitamin D content. Should help with the deficiencies that I've been seeing lately.
Be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out.
Dean
Now, hold
Volkert.
still.
Hey there.
Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No hurry, though.
Good idea.
After what I've been through, a checkup is probably a good idea.
I should think so. Who knows what you might have been exposed to up there? How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself, so I don't have to.
Thanks, Dean. I've been in your place, by the way. You need to clean up after yourself.
There. All done. You can return to your duty.
Let's go see what's inside here really quick. Aha. Fast. Likeness of one. Hate? No. Gain? No. Shot?
There we go.
There we go. Remote door control, open door. The comments he gives back. I know.
Every symptom you experience.
Oh,
I hope I'll prove a useful test
a tri-tool. What the hell is a tri-tool? Tweezers? Man, they got a lot of stuff in here, don't they? Okay. Wouldn't it be fascinating as a weird twist and turn of events if the Institute was some kind of like secret Vault Tech experiment that unbeknownst to everybody here, that they were just part of like a massive social experiment? Is this wild melon blossom? I didn't realize we could pick up the plants here. Orman, did we go? Let's see, did we go in here before? I think we did. Oh, he's got one of his little lounge chairs, man. He is living large. I think I've gone in all these places. Pretty sure I have. Let's see. If we go back upstairs, one of these should be, I wish they had the names on the outsides of the wall so I could actually see who they were, and I can't close the door to be able to see what it is, you know, like which, yeah, this one I think was Benet's quarters. Because here's Eve. And this is, yeah, this was Benet's quarters terminal. So this is the location of the incident where, and he clearly probably broke a light bulb in the process. Where he injured his right wrist at a terminal. Anyways, okay, let's see here. Dr. Lee. That's Dr. Lee's right there. So this should take me over to another section over here. These are probably not quarters over here, I would imagine. They are.
Subject identified.
Did he just scan me? I feel violated here. My personal rights. A lot of people are drinkers in this place, aren't they, huh? Okay. Let's see. Would really love to see if we could, if they had more like personal computers or stuff that we could read, you know? It's really, it'd be really interesting to see what they're saying or what they're up to. Let's see, nothing here. All right, let me look at what time it is. Oh, whoa, I am way over time. All right, folks, I am sorry, but we're gonna have to do a continuation of the Institute in part 2 next time of us being down here. I gotta end it for tonight. So yeah, this weekend we will get back into some more Oblivion.
Nothing to report, sir.
Not really sure what time that's going to occur, but I will try to make sure both tomorrow and Sunday that I will do some more Oblivion. I think if I recall, we were heading to, I don't remember where we were heading to actually. We'll figure it out when we get there. But yeah, next time we get back to Fallout 4, we'll continue searching around the Institute here and see what we can find. So I hope you all have a great Friday, and we will catch you later. Have a good night, everyone.